Yeah, if you're new, favorite band, favorite guitar player, I'll show you some of the guitars. I actually play this one all the time, but I have some set off to the side here that I'm going to share um, because they just get forgotten. I kind of, they end up in the back of the pile, and I try to break them out and show them some love every now and then. What's up, Allie? You can try, Allie. I'm not really good at requests. I'm not big on requests, but if I know it, I'll play it. Allie, I don't even know who Alex Warren is, so maybe that says more about me than it does than it does anything else. But I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. Trippy Red. Never heard of her. Right now, I don't know. Enter Sandman is always really easy, and I get it requested a lot all the time on here. Master of Puppets. Not a Green Day fan. They got political. I don't entertain Green Day. Sorry. Melly's in prison, Jeremy. Stop giving me rappers to try to play guitar on. It's mildly annoying. I love that album, Clay, but I don't know any Deftones. Although the stuff on their first album, Adrenaline, I'm sure I could probably. It'd be probably easy to listen to some of those. Ryan, you can. I'm not a big request guy. I mostly play originals. I play the backing tracks and practice and stuff. Maybe I'll play one here real quick so you can kind of see. Thanks, Clayton. Here, I'll rip this backing track to this solo I wrote. But, let me EQ this really quick. Make sure we can hear it. All right, that should be good. Up, but it is what it is. Thanks, Clay. Hendrix, I wish, James. Can you do Look Combs, dude? Oh. See you, Jeremy. I don't, you keep throwing up these weirdo dudes. Can you play Triple H? What was the Triple H one? I am the game. That's Motorhead. Is that Motorhead, or did he just do the lyrics? It's all about the game and how you play it. No, I don't know. I mean, I don't know that one. Switchfoot's not my thing, Brock. There's some really damaged people on the internet. I could probably figure that out, Catholic, but it's just not interesting enough. How many people are in here? We're struggling tonight. It's probably because I'm not entertaining all these really dumb requests. There we go. Mohammed. I'm from the States, man. Clayton, thanks, dude. Most painful. That's the Virgin Mary on my hand. But honestly, man, I have on my sternum, dude. I have the Sacred Heart right there. I felt like such a PUSSY. I almost had to quit because the outline is so thick. I went to a traditional tattoo artist and he uses really thick lines, and man, it just when that thing hit the bones of my sternum, it felt like my brain was rattling, dude. Like it felt like he was tattooing my soul. And I was like, dude, I might need to shut it down. And he was like, no, I'm almost done. Just gut it out, because once we get to the finer needles, it'll be a lot easier. And he was right. He was almost done, and I was able to gut it out. But the next one that was the most painful was probably my calf, because I'm like I'm a bigger guy. I'm pretty lean, especially in my legs. Spent a lot of time in the weight room over the years. Um, so I was kind of surprised when my calf kind of hurt, but it's just because there's not a lot of fat. I don't have a lot of fat down there. So I've noticed that too. So when you get tattooed on really lean parts of your body, sometimes they can be painful. But But really anymore, man, I used to be able to do like this was like a 10-hour job. It goes all the way kind of behind the but I sat through that in one session, and if I did that now, I would need an IV. I think it just comes down to tolerance too. Like I get tattoos now, and like 2 hours in, I'm just like, golly, this sucks. What am I doing? You know. Um, Thanks, Who. This is a Jackson X Series soloist. I have a crown on my chest, and I blacked out after 5 hours due to my sternum, and had to come back for another 3 hour. Dude, something about the sternum, Clay. Dude, I'm serious, man. It felt like he was tattooing my freaking brain. And you know, after a while, like when you're there for 3 or 4 hours, your proprioception starts to get a little diluted, you know? Like, I remember when I was getting my chest tattooed, he was like, he was like right here on my chest, and it felt like he was in my armpit. It's really weird. Take it easy, Clayton. If you're in here, let me know favorite band, favorite guitar player, favorite song, if you play guitar. Is that your band? Texas? TX? Is that your band? Because if it is, I'll check them out right now. I don't do Green Day, Jax. I don't really do covers, to be honest with you, but like, I don't like Green Day. Ted Nugent. I don't know any Ted Nugents. I like Ted Nugent, but I don't know any Ted Nugent. We're a little loud here. Let me turn this down. Dude, I got this plug-in I'm trying. Let me, it has a synth pedal in it. And you can do the craziest stuff with this synth pedal. It's pretty wild. Here, check this out. Preset synth. Was it EDM? It's pretty dope. I don't remember the cool ones but I was on here for a couple hours one day. Just kind of messing with all the little It's pretty awesome, dude. It's fun for sure. Let's a cloudy lead synth. Let's see this one. It's pretty dope. Oh, here's some more. Let's go 80s bass synth. Let's try this one. Whoa. Do you know Main Skin? No, I do not. Texas. TX. Keyboard bass synth. Distant particles. Oh, these are the ones I was looking at before. Cone Buster. It's this one. By the way, this is the Neural DSP Rebea plugin. He's got all the synth tones on his plugin. So I think there's one other one that might have a few on there, but it's not going to be as in depth as this one. This Jackson just has the Jackson actives in it. I'm gonna get some EMGs eventually, but oh, we got to clean house a little bit. Yeah, this one. The thing about these active pickups is they're kind of dirty. I think the EMGs they cut a little bit better, so they're a little cleaner. Here, Here, let me get into. I could try to do math rock, brother, but it's not really my thing. I did see Dillinger Escape Plan one time. Remember Dillinger? Is that mathcore? All right, see you, dude. Maniac Michael Sambello. I've never heard of that. Who is that, Brew? I don't know any Rush, Fozzie. I'm sorry. I like Rush, but I don't know any Rush. I need a shave too, by the way. Good grief. I should probably learn some Van Halen, to be honest with you. Joe Satch. I used to know Crushing Day. I used to know Crushing Day. It's the main song in the Flashdance movie. Dude, Flashdance, I dated a cheerleader for a while. They masquerade as dancers, but they liked that movie, and I ended up watching it a couple times just to amuse her, but I don't know that song. It doesn't. I just know the movie you're referencing. No, I can't, brother, but I can do this, Metallica. Let's see if you know what this is from. Let me get my delay off. How's that last part go? What Metallica song is that? Yeah, Lucas knows what's up. Epics, what's up, dude? Man, you missed it. I was getting trolled pretty hard in here. It was kind of funny. I feel like I'm in a Mad Max convoy. I think most of this chat doesn't even know what you're talking about, Brew. Yeah, these guys were just saying weirdo stuff. Just saying weirdo stuff. Yeah, it's something like that. Who knows with Dave? It's probably some weird chord phrasing. Hammer smash face. Yeah, actually, I got that. Epic, you ready? Love the Cannibal shirt. I love Cannibal Corpse, man. Butchered at Birth. I used to have a nasty Butchered at Birth shirt. But, you know, the thing about Cannibal is, like, you've heard one of their albums, you've heard them all. But they're all awesome. That's like black metal. Yeah, I mean they're like 60 now, man, you know? We were talking about that on my TikTok live. Just this person was in the chat asking me if I thought that they should go see Guns N' Roses or go see Godsmack and Stone Temple Pilots because they played on the same night. And I was like, well, here's the thing, like with Guns N' Roses, it's all going to hinge off of Axl, you know? And if you like Guns N' Roses or if you love Guns N' Roses and you go and see them and they shit the bed, you're never going to view them the same, you know? And the reality is like those guys are getting up there, man, and they don't play a style of music that's necessarily easy, you know? Like if Rat came to town, I would be I would be hard pressed to like not go and see them, you know. But at the same time, I got to be realistic with my expectations. The only older band that the only band that I ever saw that was getting up there and was just incredible. So my wife and I went. It's probably sometime last year. We went and saw Journey, and they had the little Filipino dude singing. Dude, they were bonkers good. But you know, it's not the original lineup. Toto, dude. Steve Lukather, Toto was there. My wife doesn't know anything about music, and it seemed like every song Toto played, my wife was like, "I know this song." Those guys were just on point, but they play a very aging friendly style of music. Is the original Guns lineup still playing together? Who knows, Epics? I'm sure Slash is involved, but I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm alluding to too, Lucas. Like I definitely agree with you, but it's like they are what they are, and it's kind of like, but I give them credit though. Like their falling off is way different than like Metallica like, completely transforming into a different band. After the Black Album, they just kind of turned into a hard rock band. It was disappointing, and by the time they realized the error of their ways, they had aged another 25 years, and now they're 25 years older than they were when they released Load, and they're trying to do thrash, and it's like it's kind of passed you by. You kind of had a window there post Black Album where you had about a 20-year window to kind of keep doing what you were doing and expand on. But I have a bunch of theories about Metallica. Um, I think they shot their load on Injustice for All. I think there's so many riffs in that. There's so many riffs in Injustice for All, man, and I think they just attack, attack. Yes, I have Epics. That's the one that uses the keyboards and they use like EDM and stuff and breakdowns. It's actually pretty dope. If I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, I think Metallica used all their riffage that they had generated over the years with Cliff. Cliff taught those guys music. Like that was like he was a little older than them, had kind of been around the block a little bit more. And I think as an ode to Cliff, they just absolutely went ape shit on that album and used every riff they ever had. Um, and after that, they were done, man. They were done, Bob Rock pretty much saved the Black Album, and then after that, it was over, dude. Yeah, well, they shit on Jason just overall, man. They shit on Jason bad, and they talk about it now and they regret it, but it's like to me, Metallica's just a different band right now. They're just different. They might as well just change their name, dude. Who's the very famous guitarist that taught Kirk Hammett and Joe Satriani to play guitar? I thought Joe Satriani was the guy that taught everybody guitar. I thought everybody learned from Satch, like Steve Vai and all those dudes. So I don't know if I know this. Just recently got a Schecter C1 Platinum for $699. I don't know much about the Schecter C1 Cryo. It would depend on the hardware and stuff that's on it. $700 is like a mid-tier price point guitar. It's probably a very solid body. Schecter does a really good job. It's probably a really nice body, but it probably has some budget pickups in it that you could probably upgrade. If it has a floating trem, if it has a floating trem, it's probably a Floyd Rose Special or a licensed Floyd Rose Special. So you probably some upgrade stuff that you could do to it, and get a Seymour Duncan JB in there, or get a DiMarzio Tone Zone in the humbucker. If you play metal, those are really good choices. But yeah, I think $699 is a really solid price point for guitar. I think typically you get a lot of guitar for that price. This is a PRS SE. I got this for $600. Of course I upgraded it, but I didn't need to do the upgrades. I wanted to. It sounds a little bit better. It works a little bit better, but I think that's a solid price point. String through ESG is stock on it. EMG, then you're good, man. Yeah, you'll never have to change that out. And you string through, so you don't have to worry about a bridge in terms of like a floating trem. Yeah. No, I like what Schecter does. I actually brought home a Schecter Hellraiser to test out the EMGs on it. I've had a couple Schecters that I've liked over the years, but they just didn't touch my soul like some of these other guitars. Lucas, take it easy, man. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Oh, you said something earlier, Epics. Let me see it. I'm so stupid. You're not stupid. I got Steve Vine, Joe Sutter. Yeah, but you got it though. You know, we're on the same. We're on the same page. Which one did you get, Ep? Flying V? I got his Jackson V. Is it the white one or the polka dot or the one with the... There's a couple of them. Sweet. I think when I'm ready for a high end, I'll be looking at getting a PRS. They're beautiful. Yeah, that's what this is. But it's a mid price point PRS that you can upgrade. Cliffs of Dover intro. I can't play that extra. Oh, Fraggle Rock. I'm just playing. Fraggle Rock. It's wood stained with gold knobs. Sick, dude. Wood stained. Hell yeah, dude. Man, the V, you'd have to play like. Do you have to keep your legs together to keep the V up? I tried to play one at a guitar shop, but it was the ESP that does the Alexi Leho, or is that LTD? I know they're the same company, but I don't know what the label is. Yeah, I was gonna say Cryo, PRS, great guitars. They're kind of wall arty to me, you know. Like I'm really hard on guitars, you know. Like look at my Strat. I almost ruined this Strat about 4 times. There's my tuning knobs on my Strat. You know, they're like melted off. I'm missing the cover on one. Here's the front. You know, like my hardware's rusted out. You know, I've drilled through the pick board. So I try to stay away from like wall furniture guitars. You know, it's probably why I've never bought like a Les Paul. I have to play it on my side. They put the guitar strap and input jack right where you're supposed to put the leg. Yeah, I don't know why. So wait a minute. Want to know, I have a guitar like that. I don't have it here. It's at my other place. But it's an Ibanez Xiphos. And they did the same damn thing. So it's like, it's an X guitar. And the input jack is right here. Which would be great if you were playing live or you're standing up. But to practice sitting down, it bends the jack, the cord all the time. It's annoying. It's like they build a guitar. There's other places you could have put that cord jack that would have accommodated both playing live and sitting down, you know? Want to see a 6 Strat? That's not the one I just showed you. Still a work in progress. I got to upgrade the bridge on it, but check this one out. I found this used at a guitar shop. Thanks, Everett. Priest, what do you want to know, man? I'll do my very best. Play Venom. Oh, I don't know Venom, but I did write my dissertation for my master's degree on true Norwegian black metal. When I had to present it to the present it to the academic board, you should have seen their faces, man. How did you learn to play like this? Just mixing styles over the years, man. Obviously, I'm a metal guy. I like a lot of shredding, virtuoso type stuff. So that's where you get the sweep picking and the tremolo picking. No, Everett, I'm not really good with covers, man. I'm sorry. Then a little Van Halen. Van Halen, kind of like bleeding out chords. A lot of trem bridge work. Let's get the 10 minutes left. If you're in the chat, let me know your favorite guitar player, favorite band, favorite song. Let me know if you play guitar. No worries, Epics, man. I'm going to go for about 10 more minutes and I'm probably going to shut it down, dude. But I appreciate you as always, man. I like all kinds of metal. Hell yeah, dude, me too. My favorite guitarist is Zach Wild. My favorite band is BFMV. What is that? What's BFMV, Epics? Yeah, dude, I think they were a little underrated, to be honest with you. Maybe overrated, but I think pretty underrated because a lot of their songs were catchy, but I think they kind of got pigeonholed with a few of their really popular songs, and I don't think. Plus, they had that song on Madden. Dun, dun, dun. How did that song go? Dun, 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 dun. That's a badass song, dude. It's a good band. Who is Andy LaRocque, Everett? Who is that? I've never heard of that. Scorpions, unbelievable, dude. Yeah, man, they have some of my favorite songs of all time. Passion Rules the Game. Um, I even like a lot of Michael Schenker stuff. The Macaulay Schenker group is really underrated. All those the Schenkers are kind of tied in with Scorpions, Uli John Roth. Everett, you like some heavy shit, man. Do you like Deicide, Vital Remains? What about Dark Throne? You like Dark Throne? The fact that you named Death, Everett, has added in pretty much an indefinite clout to your personal reputation. Death is Chuck Schuldiner. Death. One of my favorite albums of all time is Individual Thought Patterns by Death. And then obviously Symbolic is up there. The Sound of Perseverance is also excellent. But the black metal bands, I like Dark Throne. I have a lot of respect for Fenriz. I like Dark Throne. But the black metal bands that I was drawn to were a little bit more musical, like Emperor, Dissection. Um, I thought the Storm of the Lights Bane by Dissection is unbelievable. I don't know if you would classify them as black metal. I just know they're kind of satanic in nature. But Emperor, unbelievable. Um, it's another one. Emperor. So a lot of the other guys like Mayhem to me, they're kind of in that old black metal way of thinking where their their recordings have to sound like terrible, you know? There's like bad production, and I get it, but at some point we have to like elevate the genre, you know? I thought Dimmu Borgir did a really, really good job. And I know that a lot of like black metal traditionalists, the old heads, they don't like it. I get it, but you got to try to at some point elevate the genre. And I thought Dimmu Borgir did a really good job of sort of keeping that vibe, but sort of mainstreaming, for lack of a better term, the music. I thought the production was better, the instrumentation was better. They added synth. They had that guy ICS Vortex who was like a opera singer. It was just really well done. What was that album? Something Misanthropia, Puritanic Misanthropia, or something like that. Yeah, it's a great album, dude. Gorgoroth, not a big Gorgoroth fan, but I get it. Yeah, the black metal stuff. And here's the thing, too, man. Like, full disclosure, I'm a Catholic guy who listens to death metal. I find myself in some pretty cagey situations, but one thing I don't do is graven imagery, man. I just don't. I don't F with graven imagery, dude. It scares the shit out of me, man. And there's a lot of graven imagery in black metal, so, kind of just is what it is. What make of guitar? This is a EVH, an Eddie Van Halen Frankenstein. Yeah, this is a made Mexico one. But a lot of stuff's going to Indonesia now. Matter of fact, like my most expensive guitar, well, really it might be more than actually, but definitely my most expensive guitar that I have in my collection is from Indonesia. Oh, I won't be able to do that. Satria. Whittier? I'm just gonna call you Art. Hopefully that's not offensive. Candlemass. Vicious Rumors. Okay, Candlemass. Is that Doom? I think I've checked them out before. Play some blues. Okay, here we go. See, I don't know if I have the right tone for blues, man, because I'm in a plug-in right now. I prefer the Tusk, the Graphtec Tusk picks. Graphtec. No, Graphtec. Do you have any buckethead in you? See you, Roderick. I prefer, these are ones. Yeah, these are 1 millimeters. But anywhere between 1 and 1.5 is what I prefer. Whoa. Purple Haze. I don't know Purple Haze. Vader, okay. I've seen Creator and Overkill live. What about like what about oh, is that is your profile picture the it is the Unabomber. I read a bunch of Kaczynski's stuff, man. What about like Suffocation? You know them? Megadeth. Don't know any Megadeth, but I love Megadeth. Hell yeah, man. It's still art, dude. My favorite band of all time? Of all time? Okay, so my favorite mainstream band? Is that what you're asking? This is a tough question, man. I think it kind of depends on what I'm listening for. If I'm listening like for musical stuff, I think Van Halen. If I'm listening because I want to frickin' rock, dude, you know? Ugh. Can we just lump all of 80s hair metal into one band? Top 10 mainstream. Okay, there we go. I could work with that a little bit. Top 10 mainstream. Van Halen, Rat, Dokken, Slipknot. I'm gonna consider they were all over the radio, so I'm going Slipknot in there for mainstream. Um hmm, Metallica. Like old Metallica, by the way, just to clarify. What kind of bridge is that on your guitar? This is a Floyd Rose. Floyd Rose original. I always go on. So that's five, William. Let me answer this Floyd Rose question really quick. So I always go on a Floyd Rose tangent. If you get a Floyd Rose, there's two different types of Floyd Roses, and there's two different types of way you can have a Floyd Rose. This is a top-mounted Floyd Rose. So you can't pull up on this because it's bottomed out onto the guitar. You can have a free-floating Floyd where you can push down on it and pull up on it. And the two different types of Floyds basically are Floyd Rose Special and a Floyd Rose Original. Floyd Rose Special is a budget version of the Floyd. It has a very bad habit of not being able to keep the strings in tune because it's made with zinc and not steel. It's cheaper metal. In my experience, you can get by with the Floyd Rose Special on a top-mounted fashion. If you go to a free-floating bridge, you will need to upgrade the Floyd Rose Special to a Floyd Rose 1000. So those are the differences. But yeah, this one's a Floyd Rose Original. Anyways. Okay, Megadeth. Yes, I love Megadeth. Okay, number 6, back to the mainstream answer questions. Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath is up there. These are in no particular order, too, by the way. Black Sabbath. Where to go now? Already said Metallica. Already said Slipknot. Mainstream. Mainstream. I did Rat. I did Dokken. I know I'm missing an 80s hair. White Snake. How about that? White Snake. Motley Crue. Would you say Slayer's mainstream though, William? I don't know if I would say that. I guess they are on the radio, but not nearly as much as like Metallica. Warrant. What a name drop, Harlan. Thank you. Warrant. Very underrated. They get cherry pied. But if anyone actually listens to that Cherry Pie album, it's unbelievable, dude. It's really good. Dragon Force. I don't know. I don't know, man. Thanks for the subscription, Everett. Priest, yeah. I would throw Priest in there for sure, dude. So I gotta be at like 8 or 9 right now. I gotta be at like 8 or 9. See, I don't mind Tesla, William, but I never got the Tesla thing. Two bands that I just never got was Tesla and Extreme. And I've tried, man. I've tried. I'm not saying they're bad. Tesla's the one with the modern day cowboy, yeah? That's a really good song. But I never understood it. I tried, I gave them so let's go. I got to be at 9. So we got one more. Meyer. Which one though, Damien? Like one of the original guys, or one of the dudes that filled in with Tim after the whole DRI is a little too punky for me to listen to. I've seen Testament live multiple times. I think they're badass. Paradise from Tesla. Check it out. Okay, I'll check it out. What style of music has helped your playing the most? Metal. Like shred heavy metal. Like Megadeth. But I think learning stylistically, developing your own style it comes in. Yeah, Larson, Def Leppard. Let's go with Def Leppard. That's my 10. I think stylistically you generate things in phases. Like for example, when I was a little bit younger, I know most of the time when I shred on here, it's just really fast because that's just what I enjoy doing. So. But uh, I think when you learn stuff, it comes in phases. So, for example, I learned I learned the comfortably numb solo, and it teaches you to like. It teaches you. Learning Gilmore taught me to like emphasize the note. Let the note work. If you short the note, if you cut the note too quick and it doesn't resonate, it sort of robs the song or the track or the moment of like ambience, so I struggled with a lot of Gilmore's stuff because it's slow and I'm used to playing fast. So yeah, I think metal hard rock typically is like where a lot of the really guitar virtuosos exist. Emergent, Meyer. I started out playing Leonard Skinner, but mostly been into death metal bands. Yeah, me too, William. Other than the Skinner part. Let's see. Like, I'm going to use this song as an example. Who asked me that question about styles? I'm going to check out Emergent here in a second. Okay, Ty. So, like, I'm going to play you this song, and it's a perfect example of just as you progress as a musician or as a player, um, how you start to hear things differently. So, I've known this album for a long time. My dad had this album. My mom had this album in the car. She used to listen to it, CD. And I've heard this song 1,000 times, okay? But it wasn't until I hit a certain point as a player, and I'm really not even that great of a guitar player, but where you develop a little bit of an ear and you understand rhythm and you understand when you play with a drummer. By the way, Epix was a drummer, but when you play with a drummer, it's different than sitting in your room and shredding by yourself. And when you have rhythmically a good relationship with a drummer where you guys just have a natural feel for what each other is going to do, you can really do some special shit, okay? And that's why, in my opinion, Van Halen, the guitar player and the drummer are brothers. Pantera, the guitar player and the drummer are brothers. You can really do some awesome shit. Victor Wooten, his brother is Spaceman or something. What's his name? He's a keyboard guy, but percussive keyboards. So you have a rhythm section with the percussion section. You can really do some awesome shit. So let me play this Van Halen song here that I would never have appreciated when I was in the beginning phases of playing instruments, playing the guitar. But now that I've been around and I got an ear, this is incredible. Like, yeah, there's another example. Everett, the AC/DC, the Youngs. But like this part right here when the snare hits. Like, it's like swingy. It's that's not easy, man. William, who's your favorite death metal band? Ty. Yeah, man, just you got to go where the guitar players are. You got to go where the guitar players are. There's some really good country players. Like if you've ever seen Brad Paisley shred country, dude's unbelievable. And he's got some Van Halen stuff where he's popped out some Van Halen riffs live. Guy's freaking on point, and he does it out of a Telecaster, which is insane. Another really good country guitar player who's underrated, by the way, Andy Wood. He played in Rascal Flatts. He's got his own channel. He just happened to be in a band that played country. Okay, that dude is not a country guitar. That guy's unbelievable at guitar. Okay, so there are those guys in these other genres. And then you can go look up Shrapnel Records, Ty. Shrapnel Records was a record company in the 80s that really signed all these virtuoso guitar players, and they have an incredible cab. I mean, I could go on and give you guitar players to check out. They're all on Shrapnel. Darren Householder, Tony McAlpine, Marty Friedman, Jason Becker, Michael Lee Firkins, Vinnie Moore, Gary Moore might have even had a Shrapnel record. I don't know, but he's got Corridors of Power and yeah, those guys are unbelievable, man. Yeah, Jason Becker's altitudes is still, you're just like, what the hell is this, man? Like, how is this guy doing this? Even Jason Becker and Marty Friedman have an album together. They have 2 albums together, actually, in a band called Cacophony. It's unbelievable. The Marty Friedman album, Dragon's Kiss, unbelievable. Yngwie Malmsteen, he wasn't a Shrapnel guy, but like Yngwie's stuff is ridiculous. But, those guys are all in metal bands. Like go listen to the old Children of Bodom, dude. Go listen to old Children of Bodom with Alexi Leo. It's just ridiculous. I'll tell you one band rhythmically that had a massive impact on me. In Flames. All those In Flame albums, man, like pretty much all of them. But really, when Jesper and the other guy were still together, so we're talking like Jester Race, Colony, Reroute to Remain, Clayman, In Flames, incredible rhythmic and melody for death metal. Yeah, that's the crazy thing. Is it Spinaci? Am I saying that right? He's composing with his eyeballs. It's nuts, man. And speaking of Jason Becker, that is a guitar that I've always wanted, was the Kiesel Numbers guitar. Just to have it, like, I'm sure it shreds, but it's kind of a cool guitar, Yeah, dude, Marty era of Megadeth is goated, dude. He wasn't in the band, I don't think, for my favorite Megadeth. Well, I don't want to say it's my all-time favorite, because Rust in Peace and Symphony are kind of like, those are kind of like shelved. Those 2 are just shelved as like everyone's top 2. They might be, those 2 might switch depending on who you talk to, but I think pretty much everybody who knows Megadeth, listens to Megadeth, can agree in unison that those 2 are completely separate from the catalog, as goated status. And then it's just an argument over what everybody likes after that. But my favorite record is one that everyone, that a lot of people don't like. Yes, Euthanasia. It's a little slower paced. Um, and I think that's initially probably what gave it the bad rap because it wasn't just like fast thrashy. But dude, it bangs. It's totally underrated. It's an absolute banger of an album, dude. Pat Travers, I'll have to check him out. Jeff Beck, of course. But here's the thing with Beck, like all the stuff I've read and I've heard about Jeff Beck, it's just like um the guy is just almost too talented, you know? Like I heard Jeff Beck got kicked out of the Yardbirds because he just wouldn't show up to practice. He'd only show up to the live gigs and he'd be nails on the live gigs. But he just never showed up to practice. They're like, yeah, you gotta go, mate. But like, yeah, Jeff Beck's just those are those guys that you know. Like everybody who's played guitar for a reasonable amount of time has a friend who plays guitar who's just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, stupid good at guitar, but they've just never left their basement and they won't make music. Jeff Beck is that guy, but he actually made it. He's a nerd. Hey Ty, I don't know if you're still here, dude, but here's a guy that'll blow your mind. Freaking Guthrie Govan. Got to see Jeff Beck like 3 weeks before he died. What the hell was Johnny Depp doing there? Mantis from Venom. Yeah, he's not Jeff Beck though, Everett. It's yeah, dude, Guthrie's ridiculous, man. Um Dude, Ty, I don't know how old you are, okay? But you got to go to YouTube and you got to type in Guthrie Govan, Larry Carlton. Larry Carlton. Matter of fact, here, while I got everybody here, we got some real musical savants in here. Thanks, Spinaci. We got some real music guys in here, so let's do this. Here, I'll let you listen to it. This riff got Guthrie was like a music teacher. This is what blew him up on YouTube. Marco Miniman is out of this world too. I got to see Marco Miniman with Necrophagist, man, live at the Summer Slaughter tour. It blew my mind because not that long before I got to see Marco Miniman at a drum clinic at Sam Ash Music, and then like 2 months later he was back in Vegas with this death metal band, and I was like. He was chilling off to the side by the merch, and I go, dude, Marco, what the hell? I thought you were, because he was doing that stuff with Paul Gilbert at the time, the weird stuff with Paul Gilbert. And he was like, yes, now I'm playing drums with the speed metal guys. Okay, Guthrie, Larry Carlton. Okay? Check out this freaking riff, dude. Good grief. Here it is. Yeah, that's the song that blew freaking Guthrie Govan up. Is Johnny Depp any good? Yes, I like Slipknot. I'm not the biggest fan of them, but they are easily the best live show I ever saw. Can you do Eruption? No, but I love Van Halen. Play something really cool before you go. I should actually be going. I've been on here for almost 90 minutes. I'll play this backing track again. I don't know if you heard it the first time. Oh, that was a weird one. What the hell? Oh, that's because I switched to the... I need to write another backing track, to be honest. All right. Thanks, Alan. Mean Street. I wish, Larson. Wait, I might... Something like that. Is your guitar the Frankie? Yes, it is. It is one of many guitars that I have. I'll go through it one more time. Keanu Reeves. I love Keanu. Keanu! All right, guys. I'm at 90 minutes. Throw me a subscription. Subscription. Subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to go live a little bit more here, man. Great phrasing. Appreciate the info on Guthrie. Also, I'm going to go practice. Hell yeah, Ty. Have a good night, man. Nice meeting you, Russ. Keep playing, brother. You too, Everett. Be in touch, man. Send me bands. Check out my other socials. I'm really active on TikTok. It's kind of my main platform. But have a good night, guys. Peace.